For this episode of the cast, I was going to show a new icon since somebody left and all. However, due to, getting everyone to send their ideas, because I'm not going to tell you what it is, for the new icon, it's going to be near impossible to do so. And, the longer I wait, the more new information is going to come out, and the more new information is going to come out, the more this video seems to be outdated, even though it already is by the time we actually made that video. So here it is with the current icon, and hopefully next time we'll be able to get this new icon going. You know what to do. Let's start this thing before it gets even more outdated.
Warning, this podcast contains content not suitable for all audiences. May contain mature language, adult themes, and complete insanity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome to the CrazyPokeCast. So, this is going to be our obligatory E3 episode. So, it's only just three of us, just Death, Mazzo, and me here.
Before anybody comments, we know it's incredibly fucking late.
Yeah, so we're going to do as fast as possible, just do the stuff everyone already knows about, and just going straight to the ones that are more recent. But first of all, we're going to talk about some... forget that. You know what? Okay, if anyone here care about the non-Nintendo E3s before we start everything?
Why the fuck would we talk about non-Nintendo E3 considering the name of our fucking channel?
I kinda watched them.
There was nothing worthwhile. There was fucking boring-ass games that were released. I don't think there was any good games released by any of the other people.
I uploaded
there might have been one or two.
I uploaded a PS4 reaction with my friends, and that was kinda hilarious because we were kinda very tired, and we kinda took the shit out of everything that Sony did because it was complete shit. Microsoft was okay.
There's one thing we can talk about.
It was kind of the general shooter. Everything is a shooter. And
so basically EA and Microsoft were the exact same. There's one thing we can talk about.
Yeah.
Ubisoft didn't announce something. They unannounced something. If that makes sense. They originally promised in Assassin's Creed Unity a female playable character, and then we're like, nah. Too hard. Cost too much time and effort.
Yeah.
We all know how that went down, though.
Yeah, also, they actually took that... From what I've heard, they took that back, so...
Well, a lot of people
the damage is done.
Yeah. A lot of people were kind of complaining about that.
Xbox One on a slightly smaller scale.
Guys, everybody was complaining about there's no female character, although, in their defense, there wasn't Assassin's Creed game with a female character, and that was the worst selling one.
Which one would that be, that you played as a female character through the entire story?
Yeah, it's on the Vita.
I never even heard of one for the Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck's a Vita? That doesn't count.
That's probably because it was a kind of, it's supposed to side.
You really need to pay attention more to your handheld things. Do you really want Nintendo to completely steamroll your handheld market again?
Honestly, I think Nintendo will always own the handheld market, and that's why, if Nintendo was to completely pull out of the consoles and just fucking do handheld, they would live forever.
Oh, almost definitely.
Hands
down.
Could you imagine Nintendo pure effort going into handheld? We'd eventually see handhelds of fucking current gen gaming if they kept at it.
Yeah. And the weird part is that Sony kind of did that with the Vita, but they seem to not care about it.
Yeah.
Well, they just don't have the life.
That's the thing with Nintendo. They've always done this. They've always done handhelds, which are not as good, techno on the big spec side, but they always work.
Because it's stupid to try to go as current gen as possible with that. By going as current gen as possible, you put yourself in a lock. By using technology that's slightly more ancient, well, not ancient, but older, you know what you're working with. People have had time to fuck around with it, experiment. And you have a way of...
especially with the Game Boy, the Game Boy is really low tech, even when it's made. So therefore, it made people more creative of what to do.
Mm-hmm. So, there's a perfect example for this. Let's go back to GameCube. What was one of the last games released? Twilight Princess. Take that version for the GameCube and the Wii version. They're almost identical except for playing. And that's they could have really bumped up the Wii U, the Wii ones, and fucking made it look way better, but the GameCube fucking made it look nice. It looks amazing on a GameCube, and that's pretty fucking old technology now, and it still looks amazing.
True.
But what I think companies need to start doing is sort of releasing a console. They need to sort of quietly release a console, pretend they're not making one, send it off to devs and let them fuck about with it for a while where they're like under no pressure to release games. And when good games start forming, that's when you can release. And you release it with a whole slew of first and third and second and 87th party titles. Just... That's the thing. Library early on is not about how many games, but how many good games. How many games people will talk about forever. When we talk about the Wii U, early on it had no games, but it's starting to pick up its steam.
Yeah.
Because now you got Monster Hunter, Pikmin 3, Mario Kart 8, you got fucking Hyrule Warriors coming out, you got a new...
You got a lot of good shit coming out,
yeah,
and
there's...
basically with Mario Kart's release, it picks up, and now with Smash Bros. Coming, I doubt...
Once Smash Bros. Is out,
it's gonna stay up.
Look at the Wii. There was like no third-party support, so they slowly just kept making first-party games. Eventually people were like, wait a second, this thing's actually good. All the fucking third-party people suddenly came back and fucking sold games for it.
Well...
All I can say is time will tell when we'll see like amazing third-party games for Wii U. Well,
I still have to say fuck motion controls.
More amazing third-party games for Wii U.
I'm fine with even just first-party games. Like, I'm happy with my purchase of my Wii U. I bought it for fucking Monster Hunter.
I mean,
that's a third-party game.
Yeah, it's a third-party game. So
Monster Hunter probably was the biggest. Monster Hunter was Nintendo's biggest Wii U seller, like, early on.
Yeah.
It sold more Wii U copies, I think, than the 3DS version, but that's probably just because of the controllers.
Well, the 3DS version is so difficult to control.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah. Monster Hunter 4, man. Can't wait for that.
Oh, we'll talk about Monster Hunter 4. We'll talk about that. Get ready for that. Okay, so now with that
once that comes out, just our videos go bye-bye again.
So anyway, with that out of the way, let's go talk about some of the Wii U... Some of the games that are featured on E3 in order of what I care the least to what I care the most.
Well, why don't we go through and talk about... Why don't we just go through and talk about them in non-specific order, and we just talk about who what?
I have the order. I have everything listed put on the list, so don't worry about it.
Well, that's your order.
So it's my order. So
I think we should do it non-specific order, because maybe one of us likes a game.
The order's not specific from like what came first, what came last. So it's not that. So. Okay,
anyways, let's pick a game.
First, talk about Kirby Rainbow Curse.
I didn't see much about it, but it looked and sounded really interesting. Yeah. I've kind of fallen out of the Kirby space because like there hasn't been a lot of good Kirby lately. There is good Kirby, but I feel like they're not.
You've grown out of it, basically.
Kirby needs to go like perfect 3D. Like it needs to become more an adventure game.
No.
Where you can store power-ups and stuff like that. And I think that might be...
So yeah, actually they did that for a game. They did that for a game. I forgot the name of it. Squeeze Squad, I think. In which I don't remember the game. I haven't played it. My brother played and beat the game, but I don't remember what's it about. But I was like, you actually go take suck an enemy and they go into your belly and you could choose what ability you want. And
that would be probably
like some of the abilities work differently depending on what you do. Because, like, for example, the Tornado Kirby, you can when you're near some fireplace, you can turn out fire tornadoes. It's like an ice tornado thing. I don't know.
I just feel like the linear Kirby, like it was good in the NES era, and like I love playing Kirby's Adventures for my NES. But like Crystal Shards, I think was like the last best.
Oh yeah, I love Crystal Shards. I love Crystal Shards. I never beat Crystal Shards.
That's the one with the mirror, right?
No, it's the one. No, it's the one where you can.
Nintendo VR64.
No, yes.
You can mix abilities.
Oh, that one. I kind of enjoyed the mirror one as well. It was because you had a lot of exploration in that.
Amazing Mirror came out way before that.
Yeah, that was an Amazing Mirror.
Because my brother and I keep agreeing that Amazing Mirror still has the best multiplayer of most games ever. In which
yeah, it does, because you can just go to different rooms and shit like that. You're not even required to talk to... You could go and like do completely different adventures.
Like I have Amazing Mirror for the 3DS, but the multiplayer is out of it, sadly.
Yeah.
I thought
That
if you're
really
in
ruins
local,
the
like,
game.
there's a way of pulling it off.
Nah. All the
That
games
sucks.
are single player regardless of what controller you use. Alright, so...
That sucks. Maybe they'll send a patch through one day to make Street Pass.
Oh, yeah. One more thing to talk about Kirby before moving on. I've heard that there's going the secondary games of Triple Deluxe, being the Kirby Fighters and the DD thing, are going to be their own separate things on the eShop. However, from what also I've read, they're still not online.
The thing is, like, this is all speculation and rumor. There's no, like, a lot of times, unless you can find me, like,
it's actually a trailer for it. I've seen it. There's actually a trailer for that.
What, the no online?
No. For all I've read is that there's no online. However, the trailer suggests it might be because it had the Town Network logo on it and not the eShop logo for some reason.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So that's all
more
I'm going to say,
information to
Kirby.
come.
So want to move on?
Don't forget, E3 is like
I think
you can't exactly you can't take things at face value. You got to take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I forgot to say. Hang on 1 second, guys. You guys continue.
Okay, so what's the next one?
Mario Party 10. It's basically Mario Party 9 with Bowser.
I got to say one thing. You know how Mario Party normally breaks friendships?
Yes.
And this one enforces them.
Which is weird because you're enforcing a friendship
to
break friendship.
You're enforcing one friendship against the one who plays Bowser.
So that means that essentially, except for what I see on the Treehouse thing, that whoever plays Bowser basically is the biggest douche of all the party.
So I play Bowser.
So yes, so if for some weird reason all of us comes in one place, play Mario Party 10, Massill's Bowser.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, it's pretty funny if Mario Party is gonna break friendships. Basically, whoever is gonna be the Bowser is gonna get punched by somebody.
Yep. It still sucks. It's still pretty weird that whole Mario Party 9 not being like any of the Mario parties. I mean, I stopped playing Mario Party after 6, so I can't really say like what much went on.
I do have to say I like the idea. It's just I'm not completely.
I'm not sold on it, so.
I like the idea. It's just I think they put it in the wrong game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe if Wii Party was this.
No.
Maybe.
No.
And maybe like a Mario Party.
No, I didn't. It's more like if you can play Bowser in like the Mario Maker.
Yeah.
If you can actually play Bowser in that game, that would have been so much better than in Mario Party. Like Mario Party could have been Bowser, but just as a normal party member. It's no difference, really.
Yep. Oh, I was gonna talk about Yoshi next, but since you mentioned Mario Maker, let's do that now.
Sure. Mario Maker. If you can
Mario
share them
Maker.
online, I'll get that.
Honestly, that game, unless you can share it online, it seems really kind of stupid. Plus, all we're gonna get is just like Kaizo, but official Kaizo.
Yeah, and
Yep.
and it's pretty funny because the moment you actually have that game, you will never have to buy a 2D Mario game ever again.
Hmm.
I think Nintendo's doing that because like what they might do is take like ideas from that and like put them into new Mario games and like put
Yeah, but I think
credit people.
I think they're gonna try to use that, but put them in 3D Mario because 2D Mario with Mario Maker 2D Mario is dead. That's the end of 2D
Not
Mario.
entirely true.
Yeah, not entirely.
The thing is, like, yeah, you'll see like crazy levels like Kaizo, but that's existed forever. You know, people with fucking ways of doing it. Nintendo even knows that,
I
and that's
made
why
one
they
myself.
released this.
I made one myself even.
But if there's no online capability, or like you have to put it to a website,
Wait, I think there is. Hold on, let me check. Go talk. I'll go check.
But yeah, the thing is, I don't say it's more 2D Mario is dead, but I mean, if they want to bring out a new game, people are just gonna remake it on Mario Maker, and you can just play it.
oh, that depends.
That's the thing.
Unless they don't release like blocks or like or something like that, like they could put new blocks or make it where like it's near impossible to
Yeah, but then
recreate.
Mario Maker
No,
is kind of like this unfinished game. Later
Because
on.
if they make it where like you can go and just copy it, you're pretty like that just shoots yourself in the foot. they'd have to do it where like the blocks and stuff come out like a year or so later for that.
Okay, you won't believe what I found.
Well,
Okay, so what I found, instead of whether or not they're online, I found out that there's like a mushroom of sorts in Mario Maker called a Luigi mushroom that makes Mario taller but skinnier. Turns out it's actually, is there because of a bug, but decided to keep it.
There's a Luigi mushroom.
that's pretty cool, actually.
So I think that's enough about Mario Maker.
Okay, now
I think maybe they did release because they're planning on doing 3D Marios.
probably.
They are.
Next up on my list is Yoshi Woolly World.
It's Yoshi!
Basically, Yoshi store.
It's Yoshi's Island with a fucking wool theme thrown onto it.
I'm
basically.
sorry, I love Yoshi, but the Yoshi games bore me to fucking death.
I've never been a fan of the Yoshi games either.
Because I remember playing Yoshi Story. That's my first Nintendo 64 game ever played. That was pretty neat. However, now that I think about it, like as of right now, like it gets kind of, I don't know, kind of boring. Like it looks boring. It sounds boring. However, the game just oddly enough fun to play. I don't know about this game though. But then again, this game's multiplayer, so I guess my brother would want to play that too.
I'm just gonna say, the only fun part about it is you can eat your partner. And throw it in a pit.
So basically like Kirby Superstar.
No, basically it's gonna be the multiplayer of Kirby's Epic Yarn. Just try. The game is so easy. It's just gonna be try to kill each other fast. That's hard to pull off.
I don't think it'll be worth any of our time, but there will be people who will want to play it.
Oh, definitely.
And like, if you enjoyed Kirby's Epic Yarn, then I definitely recommend that game to you. Yeah, Woolly World 2.
Yeah. It's not a bad game, it's just not for us.
It's not a bad game, it's just, it's a bad game.
Alright.
No, it's not the type of game we would play. That's it.
No,
it's too casual. It's really way too casual, and it's more for, like, completionists than actually somebody who's just trying to play a game through for the excitement, enjoyment, and such. Not to complete it entirely.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I've already ran out of things to say about this game. Just that.
Alright, so next game.
Okay, next up, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
It's Xenoblade.
Everybody's buying that.
Just for me, I hate the crud out of Xenoblade.
Do you own a copy of it? Or something?
I own a copy of the game. I beat the game. So.
Alright, can I have your copy then?
I beat the game.
I'll fucking pay for the shipping if you send it to me.
Well, I've already put it on Amazon, so I better buy it fast.
Dude, take it off and I'll just buy it. I'd buy it from you, no problem. We'll work it out later.
Well, I played Xenoblade, but I could never finish it because I was like, fuck the grinding in this game. Fuck it.
I don't mind grinding in games.
Yeah, I actually like grinding. So, being used to
I hate it.
But it's like, the story is kind of boring and sometimes predictable. The characters, well, I think only like one or two characters are actually likable. The world is massive, and while I don't mind that, it just, why do you care so much about getting a huge world with barely anything to do in it? And like, and especially considering that I play the whole entire game blind, that I find some parts useless. Like, doing most quests are useless because you can just sell off some of the items you don't want, and you get just enough money to buy everything you want.
Yeah, the money was no issue in that game.
But you can never truly win, though.
It's the version 2, or second game. Basically, they're gonna improve on it.
Yeah, so...
It's gonna be better.
It'll be better.
It's not gonna be the same, it's gonna be better. That's basically what a
we'll
new
see, like,
game...
whether or not I'll buy it is based on, like, whether or not I just look at it and see it's good. But not because I played Xenoblade, heck no. If it's... whatever. I'll just leave it at that. Next up, Bayonetta.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna fucking be buying that because you can get the first one as well. Like, I believe.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo stuff.
The whole like you get the game, you get to play the original Bayonetta. That's actually kind of neat as well. Like it makes.
I think that's the smartest thing.
I played the original Bayonetta and I really enjoyed it. It was an amazing game. It was hard. It was
I think they probably redesigned it a little bit to work with like.
Well, yeah, of course they put Link costume in, Peach costume in, Samus costume in.
Like I'm definitely buying that. That's a no-brainer. And a lot of people who played the first one, they're just gonna get it so they have like technically the definitive version of the first one.
I just thought of something. That's gonna be a good system seller, Bayonetta too.
Yeah, because there's so many people who are like, no, I hate the first one.
The first one
Yeah.
is an Xbox.
It's funny because like now people who like Bayonetta say, okay, so you have to buy the Wii or don't play Bayonetta, your choice.
And a lot of people who play those games are Bayonetta fans because it's an amazing game. So
The other thing is, like, I
seller.
guarantee they can probably justify a console purchase with all the other games for that system.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if that's their tipping, like, if that really is their tipping point, there's enough things to justify them getting it. Like, hell, it took me one game to fucking justify a Wii U, which was Monster Hunter.
Likewise.
Hell, I still only have like 2 games for it, just because I haven't been able to.
I think I have 5 or 6.
I have 4 games, no 5 and 2 installed. Oh no, 1 installed.
How many games do I have? I don't even remember.
You do.
I just don't have the money to buy them. But there's like 3 or 4 games I could
I
get
have
if I
5
could.
games. So I have 5 games plus Wind Waker, which I got from Mario Kart 8. Then there's Earthbound, and then all sorts of other stuff. So that's 5 plus the digital Wind Waker.
There's
I
like
have
a
1
ton of
digital and 2 called 5 games normal because they were cheap.
All right. So that's it, or you want to talk more about Bayonetta?
It's amazing. Go buy it.
Yeah.
It's worth the system. So, like, if you get Bayonetta 2, just get Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, and you basically have a useful Wii U.
Mario Kart and Monster Hunter and
My list, Zelda.
Which one? Hyrule Warriors or Zelda?
No, the Wii U Zelda. We'll talk Hyrule Warriors later.
there's not enough information for that game to really justify a
Basically,
conversation.
it looks beautiful. Link is more a girl. Next game, because we don't
He's
know
not
more.
a girl, he just has a ponytail.
I said looks more like a girl. I never said he was a girl.
Sexist asshole.
I'm used to fucking traps.
Used to or looking for them.
I'll send
you
you
and your
some.
anime. Anyway, I can't say much about Zelda Wii U, which is why I put it before Splatoon. But all I know about it is that, oh hey, it's gonna be a huge open world thing. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Which is
Link
actually-
almost like what Mazzo said, you can't tell if Link's a girl or not.
Well,
Link
he's
is still a
definitely
boy, they
I can-
confirm that.
I can definitely say it's a boy, although he looks more like a girl. Like at the moment, I mean,
I still wish
I
they
don't say he looks like a girl, but more girly than the designs before.
I still kind of
That's what I
wish they
meant.
actually made it where it wasn't Link, but it's
And-
like an actual female character. I think that would have been interesting.
And basically,
It would have
also,
fucked with so many people.
everything that E3 made me think for the new Zelda game is, well, fun. The new Zelda game. How is it gonna be? Because the only Zelda game I enjoyed was Twilight Princess.
I loved all the Zelda games, but I'm pretty biased towards it because I grew up with it. And I mean, when I say grew up with it, I mean like as they came out, I basically played them for like all time.
Like, I played Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, the remake, because I never played it before that, and I didn't finish it because I got bored by it.
The thing is with the Ocarina of Time one, like for the all the different versions are all completely different. The 3DS one is technically the easiest.
I like the fucking N64 one as well. I tried it and got bored before.
The N64 one's technically the hardest.
That's true.
Yeah.
The GameCube one is the most well balanced.
For me, I did not grow up with Zelda, so I can't really say I'm a huge Zelda fan.
So did I. My first Zelda game was Twilight Princess, and I loved that game. I tried out Ocarina of Time
You
for it.
you guys think it's a different mentality. It's like people who grew up and played Star Fox 64 before Adventures. All those people are like unanimously saying Adventures was terrible, like worst game ever. Me, who I've never played any Star Fox game other than Adventures, I say Adventures was a great game. And that's sort of the whole thing. Is like if depending on where you start in something can change your opinion about everything else. Like, I could go and play fucking Star Fox 64. I played Star Fox 64 afterwards, and I thought it was, like, the worst game ever.
Well, let's just hope the new Star Fox is gonna be better.
Let's hope it's like Adventures, and then we just get flamed.
Okay, next on is Splatoon.
I can't wait.
Okay, now,
Looks
there's
great.
actually, believe it or not, one game actually really hyped up for, And it's kind of weird considering I'm not the kind of person who likes shooters, but this is probably the most quote-unquote shooter I've ever seen.
It's not a shooter.
That's the thing. It's not a
shooter. It's a shooter. It's not a shooter.
It's like they changed the bullets for inked, because most people say it's paint, but it's inked,
it is
guys. It's inked. And
it's the best graffiti turf war I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like
Jet Set Radio if it had guns.
And it's like, in place of how many kills can you get, it's more like how much ground can you cover. And even though that's normally not what you see in a shooter, it's a great idea. And
the thing is, shooters have been stale so long.
The reason I like this game as well is because if you kill somebody on the opponent team, it still helps you because they explode in your ink.
Yep.
And that's the reason I think this is a great kind of Nintendo shooter, because it's actually still like, you can still attack the opponent, because normally it would be like, oh, you kill your opponent, nothing happens, and it's like, yeah, why am I even killing them?
So, yeah, but the game's definitely like the most innovation on the shooter genre that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
More than just fucking changing guns or stealing the whole Mario 64 fish moving away thing.
You know what's funny?
What?
This is the most innovative shooter there is, and it's the most childish one.
Oh, speaking of that, did you guys know that, like, on Tumblr, because so many people were doing porn of that game, like,
oh, God.
They had to actually, like, purge this entire Splatoon tag? Like, they just couldn't sit there and manually do one by one. They had to purge the entire tag.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, 100%. Like, they purged the entire tag. There was that much fucking porn of it.
Jesus.
Well,
Fun facts.
Wow.
Guaranteed it's probably back up there.
Apparently.
Well, the internet is for porn.
Not child porn.
Gross.
Okay.
They are technically
that
children.
Out of the way.
Moving on. Moving on.
Now, the last game we're going to mention before going to the big stuff. Monster Hunter.
Which one? 4?
Yes, 4.
What other? Which one?
Yeah, we're going to disappear for that one. Do we really need to talk about that? We're going to disappear and you won't see us.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Let's put it this way, Maslow. You either buy it, or I fly all the way to Netherlands, take your 3DS, and take your credit card, and I buy it for you.
I don't have a credit card.
I'll take Pikmin's credit card and buy it for you.
Okay. You do realize it's not for the Wii U, only for the 3DS, right?
Yeah, I said 3DS.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm not buying it.
Why? It has on.
I fucking hate Monster. I tried the demo for it, and I fucking hated it. That's the reason I didn't get it.
The demo for the one we currently have, they actually redid it, and you require the Circle Pad Pro now thing for the 3DS.
I do have the Circle Pad Pro.
Supposedly that makes it better.
Annoying.
I agree that it should be on the Wii U as well, but I'm fine with it.
Like if they are going to announce a Wii U version as well, then I'm gonna get the Wii U version, and I'm gonna get it. But if it's only for the 3DS, I'm gonna let it go. Just no.
Well, we'll see. Anyways.
Okay, so since we got nothing else to say, let's talk about the big guns now. Okay, Hyrule Warriors. So we see quite a lot of Hyrule Warriors, including.
I threw money at my monitor and the game didn't come out, so I think the internet's broken.
So what we know is that Tecmo Koei is actually releasing DLC for Hyrule Warriors.
What do you define DLC?
DLC, yes, DLC. The one
type
you never expect Nintendo to have.
The thing is, DLC, Nintendo has said DLC before, and it's like fucking free DLC. So, or like it's something that is like DLC, you're going to get. You would probably pay extra for anyway. So, what exactly is the DLC?
DLC means downloadable content.
I know what it means.
It never says you need to pay for it.
Yeah, it's just content that you download.
So it's DLC.
So, is it free DLC? What's it of? If it calls,
it does not. From what I've heard, it does not say whether or not it will be free DLC. But we do know that they'll also on top of it, they're going to be some sort of like different, like how to say, it's like different like packs to sell it from. Like for example, there's this Courage set which does like a Twilight Princess like Link thing. There's one with, they call it Wisdom, but has some stuff related to Link and Zelda, and this is Power one, which doesn't specify what it's about. But all of the what we know so far is that it's going to be just costumes, the Twilight Princess costume for Link and
If
Zelda.
it's DLC costumes, then that's fine actually, because the art department, when dealing with most video games, finish before everybody else. So for them to put on a button that says fucking costume change takes no time at all. And yeah, so DLC costumes are probably the best DLC you can hope for.
So yeah, so what we know so far is costume DLCs.
If that's all it is and that's all it remains, then I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. So okay,
I'd probably end up paying for it.
So what they revealed is Twilight Princess, Link and Zelda, and Skyward Sword, Link and Zelda.
Cool.
Okay, alongside with Twilight Princess stuff, so it's kind of there was some sort of like a thing there that because there's a lot of Twilight Princess content, people might started thinking that, I guess we all know what Technicore's favorite Zelda game is, because we have Link and Zelda, of course. We got Midna of all things, which got me
Agatha the Bug Princess.
I got the freaking Agatha the Bug Princess. And the funny thing is, I didn't know who Agatha the Bug Princess is, but when my brother...
You had to go look it up.
I'm finished. So my brother, he has been Twilight Princess some time ago, and when he saw that Agatha was part of Hyrule Warriors, he immediately jumped and said, like, oh, this is the Bug Princess, right? So I was like, how do you know that? But yeah, we got freaking Twilight Princess stuff. And from her that there's going to be Zant as an enemy. But we don't know if it's going to be...
Which probably means he's probably going to be playable.
Yeah, considering
thing
Dynasty
is,
Warriors might be playable, but we don't know.
The thing is, the enemies in Dynasty Warriors has always been playable, and they always have the same amount of characters to play as. So this makes me wonder, is Zelda also going to have as much heroes as enemies? Does that mean that the Bug Princess is an enemy? Because how are they going to make enough enemies then?
Well, when you play... The thing is, like, when it comes to enemies in Dynasty Warrior games, they always make it like all the good guys, like all your allies, turn into enemies, basically.
Yeah, that's also true.
So, like, enemies turn into allies, allies turn into enemies, and it's like basically you're just on the other team, basically.
Yeah.
And that's how it's always been. So, like, things like the, I don't remember, the Punished,
So,
or the
maybe...
Vanished or whatever. That thing will be not playable, but it'll be on your side eventually, probably.
So basically, like Zant and Garant, or how do you call them?
Zant.
And now the other one, the other Girahim, are probably not on the same side, even though they're both evil.
No,
So-
they could be on this. Well, that's true. There could be multiple factions. There could be 3 or 4 factions.
Alright, so... Okay, so yeah, not talking about Girahim, we're also going to talk about the whole Skyward Sword stuff, in which 3 of all characters ends up being playable. We got Skyloft as a sage, and of course we got Girahim. What do you think?
Skyloft as a sage. What, are they gonna fucking try to fight on a, like, 2x2 fucking
I
square?
am not surprised. That's all what I'm gonna say.
Skyloft is, like, the worst stage idea for anything.
Insert
That's
Smash
it.
I'm
Bros.
sorry, Skyloft is so fucking tiny. That was my big problem with Skyward Sword. It felt like all the areas were tiny.
Oh,
That was
I don't play
my
Skyward
only
Sword,
big...
I just didn't like Sky Sword.
I loved it.
I finished the first dungeon, and like before you get that item out of the first dungeon, I just was like, no.
I had fun with it. I actually beat it twice so far. My only problem is the zones feel small. It doesn't... Like, all the other ones, like, whenever you play them, it feels like all the zones are huge. Like, even, like, the older games where, like, the zones are tiny. They still feel like big.
Okay.
It's hard to explain, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no,
what's
this-
next?
Okay, so hold on. So, are you excited to play this game? First of all, it's like I'm pretty freaking excited to play this game. I'm like, even though my brother said like he really doesn't want to play this game because it's not Zelda, I'm actually can't wait to play this game because I never played Dynasty Warriors, and I really like enjoy watching videos of it. So, having to actually play one, that'd be pretty sweet.
I played Dynasty Warriors before, and doubt that I'm gonna play it.
Honestly, we've needed a Dynasty Warrior game of any sort on the Nintendo consoles.
We did need one, but
Yeah, but
this is a great one. Although,
I think the
I
Zelda
play it.
skin...
I just don't think I'm gonna want to spend that much amount of money on it.
What, you don't want to spend the normal video games amount?
Yeah,
And wait for it to go on sale.
that's basically what
Or get it used.
That's basically what I was planning to do, just like for Donkey Kong's Tropical Freeze game. basically we're waiting for it to go on sales.
So what's next on our list?
Pokemon.
You got
Do we really need to answer this one?
I think this
so
one-
we're gonna. So I have a huge list of what to talk about. Okay, so first of all, where we left off with the Mega Ruby of the Sapphire.
Okay, I'm gonna ask something. Isn't it better to give these their own episode because we're almost at the
I think
40-minute mark?
Pokemon we should give its own episode.
And what about Smash Bros?
Smash Brothers I don't think deserves its own episodes.
Well, there's a shit.
Not for the small amount of information.
Death. You maybe not noticed, but next Koro magazine is gonna contain the full roster of Smash Bros.
Yes, and that's when we talk about it. That's when we give it its own episode. But with current information, there's...
This Koro episode magazine is also getting the freaking Mega Evolution hype.
So we'll talk about those once Koro releases the information.
Isn't it better to do just an Koro episode because that's gonna be an amazing?
No, we'll do two separate Koro episodes each for each game. Because trust me, we'll probably need the time.
And the question is, will we have time?
Yeah.
Considering our usual schedule of podcasting.
Yeah, but we're starting to run low on time, so let's move on to the next thing.
Well,
What's next thing?
Pokemon was a good thing, so...
So Pokemon and Smash will get their own episodes, so tune in. We'll talk about those once more information is released on both.
How about we just talk a little bit about it at the moment?
We're excited. We're buying it. We're probably going to wait outside the store the night before. There we go.
If I can.
Yeah, so there we go. I think we just told everything we know what we're going to do
We are not
about.
done yet. Just because you say we're gonna have Smash Bros. Its own episode doesn't mean we're gonna finish right here. We're still gonna finish up the E3 stuff. So.
Well, yeah, but let's move past the Smash Brothers and Pokemon and go to the other stuff.
So E3 stuff related to Smash Brothers. Okay, so I've not seen the entirety of the Smash Bros. Invitational, but I heard that the player playing Zero to Samus won, which is not surprising considering that I saw the first match with Zero to Samus and pretty much destroyed the entire competition.
Oh yeah, that one. Actually, Hungry Box was really close.
Did you guys hear the weird rumor about Smash Brothers 4?
What?
I doubt it's true, but apparently, like, they're going to make it where Smash Balls aren't an item anymore. They just randomly appear, and you can't turn them off.
Why?
I don't know.
Also something, it was kind of funny that both the players who are in the finals were Evo players, like big Evo players. It's kind of funny that the one who was second in Evo this year, didn't win the actual competition at Invitational.
The thing is, like, it could just be a bad day.
Nah, he used Kirby. It was Hungry Box. He was second. He was also second in Evo. He normally used Kirby at Invitational, and his main is Jigglypuff.
I honestly think people who don't use their mains when they're like at any sort of tournament are stupid. Like, even if you're not taking it seriously, like
Jigglypuff wasn't in the game yet. Isn't still in the game yet.
Whatever. People didn't pick a completely new character. Alright, so what's next?
Okay, so next up, Smash Fest, which I don't think you've been. Yeah, you've never been there, but I have been there.
I need to go be right back for a little bit.
There you go.
So have fun.
I don't even know what Smash Fest is.
Never mind.
Amiibo.
Sorry?
Never mind.
Sorry, what is it, Pikmin?
Amiibo.
No, I don't remember what that is.
Amiibo, I'm gonna get a
Basically,
Yoshi statue.
Skylanders.
Yoshi statue. Yoshi statue.
So basically, it's another kid's game.
No, it's not kids' game. It's just toys that work with Smash Brothers, among other things.
Oh, those things. I'm not exactly a big fan of those, but like I think it'd be cool just to get figurines of all the Smash Brothers characters.
Same. I'm gonna. Well, actually, the reason I like Smash Bros. Or not Smash Bros. The fucking Amiibo is because you can train them. They're fucking Nintendo Pokemon characters. They're fucking Pokemons. You can train them like a Pokemon.
Isn't it like with Smash Brothers, they're saying they'll keep track of your stats, like your airtime, stuff like that?
Not only that, but you basically can train them. You can EV train them in like attack, defense, and such. It's gonna be like your Smash Bros. Character that is an amiibo is basically gonna be your Pokemon. Your first amiibo is basically gonna be your starter. The only thing is they don't evolve, but who cares?
Imagine they could.
There's gonna be artwork of that now.
Okay, so
But that's the reason I like the idea of amiibo. The thing is that's we're bad again. You need to buy them, but they aren't a must, which is again good. Because we are, I think it's confirmed that amiibo characters aren't gonna be aren't gonna be like, hey, buy the amiibo so we can play as him. That's not how it's gonna happen. That's Smash Bros. For fuck's sakes.
yeah, very dumb.
Yeah.
And
What is probably
I would just want to train my Yoshi up.
what is probably going it's probably going to be like in tournaments, like they'll be used instead to select your character. So that way, like, your characters and your stats and everything are, like, spread to your choice.
Well, no,
and it adds another dimension.
They are not gonna use amiibos for tournaments. They are banned.
I think it'd be cool, though, because
It
there's a
would
limit
be
on how many
cool.
stats you can get.
Although,
And-
you can't activate two amiibos at the same time. That's the problem.
That's kind of stupid. That
I
would
think. That's what my knowledge is at the moment. If you can, that would be amazing. But I don't think you can.
Like, come on, like, 2 amiibos at the same time would be great.
Yeah, because then it's like, hey, because they say in the freaking trailer for it, like, you can use it against your friend that you can't beat. Well, that's kind of cheating, if you ask me. And
Your friend's really going to let you put it on the scanner and, start beating him with that super fucking overpowered character.
And but what I would like to see is, like, if you and your friend both can use one, so you can, like, do a tag fight. You with your Smash Bros. Pokemon. I'm just gonna call it that. That would be fucking awesome. You trade that fucker up, and you're gonna tag battle with him. That's awesome. I would fucking love that.
I still say, like, though, that it would just be cool, like, how Pokemon, you can just train Pokemon stats,
Mm-hmm.
If you get really bored, you can raise a fucking wall as a sweeper and see how it does.
Yeah.
yeah.
And, that becomes where, like, it becomes more strategy-based than just, tier-based. Like, it destroys a lot of the old tier systems that used to be in place, But it still would probably mean certain combinations would probably be banned, just being too overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be just awesome. Like, if you guys are going, like, if you guys want to do a 2 versus 2 and I have no partner, go my Yoshi, help me out. It would just be awesome.
Even if it's no, but I'm saying, like, if you get to play as that amiibo.
I know they are computer. They're like AI gets trained. It's not like their stats only. It's also their AI you train.
That might be a cool thing, though, to do, like, amiibo fights.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It literally becomes.
I really hope they put that feature in, though.
But I still say, though, like, why the fuck would I want a computer player boosted stats when I'd rather have myself be boosted stats and be able to, like, have more control over my character?
That's the thing. I think you can already boost your own stats.
If that's the case, then, like, you're going to see a lot of tournaments where people just sit there and redesign stats.
I do think they are not gonna, like, for tournaments, real tournaments, stats are.
It's going to be default stats.
Yes, default.
That's
like
like
I still,
spread,
unless
like
it's a specific number. If it's a specific,
I think every character just gets 50 and all the stats. That's really what I think, or like 0 and all the stats. There aren't gonna be any changes. They're all gonna be the same amounts of stats.
But if, like, there is levels and, like, you have to put the stats somewhere, or you can't use.
Then like I said, then it's probably gonna be every character has his stats at 50.
I don't know, or they just
Because you use the
that,
same
like-
game, Dave. It's not like you use your own game for it.
yeah. It'd be interesting, but I think people should be allowed to replay stats and stuff like that, because so that way, like, it'd be
That would
provided.
be
or at
awesome.
least like a way to like reset stats,
Okay.
and like in case like you let's say you messed up on something, you want to like go back redo
We'll have to
the whole
wait
thing
and see,
over.
though.
That's what I want to say. We need to wait to see what all is basically happening with the stats and such, and what the level up system actually has going for it. I know I want to train up a Yoshi. That's basically my Yoshi's gonna be my starter.
Okay.
What series are you guys gonna pick?
I don't know.
Looks like I'm gonna get Zelda.
Zelda.
Because-
I don't know. I'll probably just grab a Sheik or Zelda one or both.
Maybe.
Anyways, so what's next on our list?
Smash Run.
What the hell's that? I didn't really pay attention to E3. I just paid attention to the afterthoughts.
Have you played Kirby Air Ride?
No.
Well, essentially, where you go around, go collect a lot of different like stat boosts, fighting enemies along the way, and then at the end, like was it 5 minutes, you go do a match with whatever stats you had.
If you remember the final stage of Brawl, like the subspace emissary,
No.
you basically get an. You don't?
No, I don't really remember much of Subspace Emissary. You realize, like, I haven't really touched that since, like, the game basically came out.
Well, it's basically a huge ass dungeon where you're gonna play in. You kill enemies, you get stats boosts from them, and with your characters being stat boosted, you're gonna play a mini game or a normal brawl.
Yeah, okay.
That's basically it.
Yeah, so, sounds fun. So, moving on.
Okay, so do you want to talk about Palutena and Pac-Man, or do you want to move on?
Let's
Fuck
move on.
Pac-Man.
We'll talk about those with the Smash Brothers specific
Okay,
episode.
so the last thing on my list, because apparently you say you want to do Pokemon later on, is alternate costumes. The ones that have revealed so far.
Yeah, that one. That's still a question mark. Like about that new girl. How was she called again? Well, Lou something.
What?
Lucina?
Lucina? Is that it? Or Lucina?
Lucina.
Lucina. Everybody doesn't know if it's a costume for Marth or if it's a new
actually
character.
to be a clone.
Well, that's the thing. If it was a clone, wouldn't wouldn't Lucina be a newcomer?
Yes.
She is claimed as a newcomer.
Yeah, she's claimed a newcomer.
Why does her box on this side then is like a little box without newcomer?
Because her real picture is the same as Robin's, because they both share the same introductory picture.
No, they don't.
Okay, so first I right off the bat say alternate costumes. Shiny Greninja confirmed. Second
Of course.
Okay, and the second thing, they showed Link, but with a Skyward Sword tunic, but it's the same model as like the usual Link.
Cool.
It looks weird.
Okay, question. Which one was it again? God damn it! Where is he? I was curious about someone's costume. Well, fuck me.
Oh, anyway, they showed Little Mac with three different costumes. One with just basically wireframe. One is him wearing like blue boxes or whatever, and the other in his pink sweatshirt that he's kind of famous for. It looks pretty stupid. I don't know about you guys. Like
Okay.
it looked pretty stupid when the original Punch Out. It looks stupid now.
You know what I'm curious about? Do we have a golden Lucario skin?
Huh?
Probably.
A golden Lucario skin.
There's more than likely a golden Lucario skin.
Because that's his shiny form.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I don't know. Lucario has been shown in the demo, so we don't know.
Aww.
Okay, next they show MERICA Mario.
What?
It's what they say is the Mario with the NES Open Tournament golf outfit. I like to call it MERICA Mario. All this is just like it's everything red of Mario is either like red and white stripes, and his shirt is it's blue with stars on it.
I want to see this picture. Where can I find it?
No, just go. Oh, I'll show it to you after. It's just really ridiculous that Mario's not wearing the American flag. It's funny.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, is Pit gonna be Dark Pit as well?
Probably.
They showed in that same picture they revealed Samus, like a white Samus. I don't know where's that from. They call it the light suit. I don't know. I don't know what.
They probably made it up, or it's part of another Metroid game that is coming out.
New Metroid game, so everybody's like, yay! And I'm just kind of like, okay. How it's gonna be like Mother M or 2D or like
I really
the other
hope it's
one,
just like they do the smart thing and make it like Metroid Prime games.
then I would get it. If it's a 2D Metroid, I got bored with those.
Okay, so the palette slots we know of Mega Man is, his original Mega Man. The red Mega Man, basically when he does any of his rush moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like a green Mega Man, which one does, like, let's say, Leaf Shield. And the Metal Blade color, which is like a yellow and brown.
This
Pretty neat.
This Mega Man has a new skin in the form of Zero.
That'll be neat, but that's not been shown. For Rosalina, what they showed one is of like Fire Rosalina, like when she gets a fire flower.
Okay.
The Mii Fighter, well, what we know about the Mii Fighter is it gives like a tuxedo, which is pretty neat.
How is that neat? It's boring.
It's like a tuxedo.
How are you gonna fight in a fucking tuxedo?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why doesn't it get?
I don't know. Ask Tuxedo Mask.
Why don't they just?
It's funny you guys watch.
Speaking of that, watch our reaction to
It's taken down.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Okay,
joke.
okay. What else? What have I seen? Sheik, Sonic's all. Oh yeah, Sonic has this weird like white color. Oh, white color. It's kind of creepy. It's like Silver the Hedgehog, kind of creepy.
Silver, okay.
Okay. The villager. Look, the villager's kind of weird. That
He has like
two males, two females.
Okay,
Yeah,
why
which
not
makes
a
sense.
why not a demon?
And
There's eyes of a demon.
yeah.
I don't
Also, the Wii
think
Fit
it's
trainers also two guys, two girls.
Okay.
Let's see.
A lot of
Okay.
them, they seem to be
Do
Do we
doing
have
that.
do we have Pikachu cosplay?
Let's see. Yeah, but it's the same as the ones in Brawl.
I mean, like the Pikachu
Oh
cosplay.
no, heck no. No,
Ah,
only just revealed. Of course, they didn't show. They don't show it.
but that would be awesome if you can like be
Yes,
Smash
that
Bros. Pikachu cosplay. I would so be the Metal Pikachu. Metal go. I need to go. Be right back.
Okay. So oddly enough, there are some costumes that should be there but aren't. Like for example, where is it? I know I saw one. Oh, in the demo, the pit has not been shown to have Dark Pit. It's
But
kind of weird. Like,
thing
Dark
is,
Pit is
though,
not in the,
you never
not in the
know-
demo. It's
The
gonna,
thing is, though, they could be hiding some for like
of course,
future.
yeah, well, duh.
reveal.
That'd been hiding. I mean, like
They gotta leave,
Dark Pit's actually
leave
in
some
the
for
propaganda
people to.
trailer, so of course he'll be in there somehow. So, just saying.
Most of the time, what it is they just don't want to show everything or announce everything. They want to let people figure it out on their own.
All right. Am I forgetting something about alternate costumes? I do not think so. So, oh yeah, Captain Falcon has like all yellow costume, but that's it. And it's also showing that the metal box is there because there's like a silver Captain Falcon, but that's mostly gonna be metal box. Speaking of metal box, if the metal box actually does get confirmed, what I really want to see is when Peach gets the metal box. Finish sentence.
No, we're not fucking having Gold Peach.
I'm back. And fuck golden pink bitch Peach. Bitch, please. Do we have Metal Mario?
Of course we do.
Good, because then the metal suit would be fucking useless for him.
Yeah, I mean, like, if Metal Mario was in Smash Brothers, will be in Metal Mario? How would that work?
Super, it turns into regular Mario.
I kind of wish Bowser got a Godzilla skin.
Could you imagine though? Like, it just turns into regular Mario after grabbing a metal box.
That'll be funny. Okay,
That'd be
so
perfect.
since you say so when deal with characters next month, and you also want to deal with so you want to deal with Smash Bros. The characters and the Pokemon stuff next month, right?
Yeah, when more information's out,
All
and
right,
we can
so
talk about
I
it in full
believe
detail.
that's it. I believe there's not much else to say. Oh yeah, just the whole Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. The gym has redesigns, like no duh. But
And all the
Not all
people
of
have
them.
chairs now. Chairs are confirmed.
oh yeah, chair's confirmed. But we'll talk about everything else, like Human Secret Base, all that stuff later. But the one thing I want to say about the gym redesigns, at least Brawly does not look like a traditional surfer dude.
What?
Oh, did you notice that in one of the... I don't know if you guys saw this picture, but there's one of the gym leaders, who turned their gym into a gym.
Yeah. Go Brawly.
Go Brawly.
I'm gonna wreck his face.
Oh, well, definitely. Oh, wreck his face. Anyway, so that is all for now. We're nearing an hour, and good thing, too, that we're saving the rest for later. So, anyway, that is all for today's podcast. So, I'm Pikmin, that's Maslow, and Death. So, hopefully see you eventually for some more information on Smash Bros. 4 and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yep. See you guys later.
Actually, where did you find that Squitch Girl porn